Thank you, Holy Father.
Très Saint-Père, je suis Père Tony Fayad de la congrégation de la mission. Je viens témoigner humblement de la mission.
Most Holy Father, I am Father Charbel Fayad of the Congregation of the Mission. I come to bear humble witness to the mission that the Lord, through the Church, entrusts to us in the heart of Lebanon's prisons. There, behind the bars, we meet men and women whom society has forgotten, yet whom God has never ceased to love. In those places where the world sees only wars and crimes, we have discovered faces, stories, and above all, souls thirsting for mercy. Every visit behind those closed doors becomes an encounter with the suffering Christ. We bring His word, but often it is we who leave evangelized. In the eyes of the prisoners, sometimes lost, sometimes lit with new hope, we see reflected the tenderness of the Father, who never tires of forgiving. In the context, in Lebanon, this mission is particularly demanding, difficult and harsh. Poverty, overcrowded prisons, indignity, lack of hygiene, the slowness of justice, and the weight of personal wounds. Yet it is in this fragility that grace acts with power. We celebrate Mass, we hear confessions, we share bread and the Word. We accompany them at every level, and there, often in silence, the joy of knowing oneself loved is reborn, even behind walls.
Un jour, un prisonnier me dit, vous êtes venu jusqu'ici, alors Dieu ne m'a pas oublié.
One day a prisoner said to me, "You came all the way here, so God has not forgotten me." Those words pierced my heart. They reminded me of Jesus' own words. I was in prison, and you came to me. Christ's love knows no borders, not of countries, not of prisons, not of hardened hearts.
Dans cette mission, la miséricorde n'est plus une idée, elle devient un visage.
In this mission, we discover that mercy is not an idea, but a face. The face of the prisoner who weeps upon receiving the Eucharist. The face of the God who learns to forgive. The face of the mother who awaits her son with hope. In these places of confinement, the gospel takes flesh, and there the church becomes most beautiful. A poor church, close, compassionate, bending down over the wounds of the world. A church that resembles Jesus. Most Holy Father, thank you for reminding us constantly that mercy is the face of God. In the prisons of Lebanon, this truth becomes life each time a prisoner discovers that he is not alone, that his life can begin again, that God is still waiting for him. Saint Vincent de Paul, our spiritual father, understood this when he visited the galley slaves. He saw in them the suffering Christ. He still invites us today to be witnesses of mercy, never turning our gaze away from those who have fallen.
Puissiez-vous, très Saint-Père, trouver dans ce témoignage
May you find, Most Holy Father, in this testimony, the echo of so many lives transformed by grace, and the certainty that even in the darkest of prison cells, the light of Christ never goes out. I entrust to you today the prisoners of Lebanon, their families, and all those who suffer in secrecy. May your visit be a sign of hope and peace for our whole people. No life is lost, Most Holy Father, when it is entrusted to the love of Christ. Thank you. That was the testimony of Father Charbel Fayad, who is a prison chaplain.
لنصغي إلى إنجيل ربنا يسوع المسيح بحسب القديس يوحنا. هناك عند صليب يسوع وقفت أمه وأخت أمه مريم امرأة قلوبة ومريم المجدلية، فرأى يسوع أمه وإلى جانبها التلميذ الحبيب إليه، فقال لأمه: أيتها المرأة، هذا ابنك. ثم قال للتلميذ: هذه أمك. ومنذ تلك الساعة استقبلها التلميذ في بيته.
Chers frères dans l'épiscopat, chers prêtres
Dear
religieux,
brothers in the episcopate, dear brother priests and religious,
bonjour.
dear brothers and sisters, good morning.
Salamuel Masihe.
Salamuel Malsiche.
Merci, merci.
Thank you, thank you.
C'est avec une grande joie que je vous rencontre au cours de ce voyage dont la devise est « Heureux les artisans de paix ».
It is a great joy for me to meet with you during this journey, which has "Blessed are the peacemakers" as its motto. The Church in Lebanon, united in its various facets, is an image of these words, as St. John Paul II affirmed, with much affection for your people. He said, "In the Lebanon of today, you are the ones responsible for hope." And he added, create, there where you live and work, a fraternal climate, without ingenuousness. Without ingenuousness, may you know how to give trust to others and be creative, so that the regenerative power of forgiveness and mercy may triumph. The testimonies that we have heard, thanks to each one of you, tell us that these words were not said in vain. In fact, they have been well received and acted upon, because the communion of charity continues to be forged here in Lebanon.
Dans les paroles du patriarche, que je remercie chaleureusement.
In the words of the Patriarch, whom I cordially thank, we can discover the origins of this tenacity, symbolized by the silent cave in which Saint Charbel prayed before the image of the Mother of God, and by the presence of the shrine of Harissa, a symbol of unity for the entire Lebanese people. It is in being with Mary at the foot of Jesus' cross that our prayer, that invisible bridge which unites hearts, gives us the strength to continue to hope and work, even when surrounded by the sound of weapons and when the very necessity of daily life becomes a challenge.
Est l'un des symboles contenus dans les logos de ce voyage.
One of the symbols featured in the logo of this journey is the anchor. Pope Francis often referred to the anchor as a sign of faith that permits us to always move forward, even in the darkest moments, until we reach heaven. He said, "Our faith is a